impossible to find someone who is perfect in every way. And if you could find someone who is perfect or almost to being perfect, like they can sometimes not be a good match for you. I think that's not healthy, it's toxic. Because if we were to look at nowadays relationships, most of them are toxic because of social media.
What are the signs of maturity?
I think the way your partner handles some situations, that's when you can see that this person is mature. Because
people out there are fumbling genuine people because in the name of options. Yeah, when you see your partner not caring about you, not being sweet and not acting like a person who wants to bring the cows home, you have to question. You have to. Welcome back to the Reality Podcast, guys. And I'm Alex, your host, and I'm so happy to be back here because it's been a while. It's been a while before I had brought a guest to you guys because I know information is power, and I always bring people here who are willing to give us insights and knowledgeable ideas which are practical in the real world. And today I'll be joined by Vanessa Ube, who's going to take us on the topic we have today. So Vanessa, welcome back to the Reality Podcast, and I'm happy that you were willing to join us today.
Thank you, Alex, for having me here, and I'm excited to share my opinions on the topic.
Okay, it's a pleasure. So, Vanessa, tell me a bit about you. Who is Vanessa Ncube? What does she do?
I am Vanessa Ncube, as you have said. I'm at University of Zimbabwe studying law.
Okay.
And then I come from Bulawayo.
Come from Bulawayo?
Yes.
Okay. And, I heard that in Bulawayo there are beautiful huts there. Is that true?
I really can't comment on that as a girl. But I've heard some guys say that.
Okay, I'll have to travel there and see by myself because we want handsome and beautiful kids. You have to look for beautiful ones.
Yes, you really have to come.
Okay. And you say you're studying law?
Yes, I'm studying law.
Yeah, I want you to be my legal practitioner in the future.
Yes, definitely I'll be one.
Can I count on you?
Yes, you can count on me.
Yeah, that's very good. And back to you guys. Today we're going to talk about the topic of unmasking the ideal partner or unmasking the ideal boyfriend or girlfriend. And today we're going to talk about, is it real or is it just a statement? So Vanessa, back to you. Do you think the ideal of a perfect partner or an ideal partner does exist?
I think the idea of a perfect partner is a myth.
Okay.
Like, it's impossible to find someone who is perfect in every way. And if you could find someone who is perfect or almost to being perfect, like they can sometimes not be a good match for you as you grow and discover if you are to be in a relationship for the future.
Okay.
So I think it sets unrealistic expectations for someone.
Okay, so when a person goes on a quest to find an ideal partner, they have to realize that nobody is perfect. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, no one is perfect. So I think people have to accept that, and then they deal with the important qualities such as communication, honesty, trustworthiness, and compatibility.
Yes, you raise valid points on that. You speak of compatibility. Yeah, because I realized that each person, they have certain qualities of their own. for example, I have when I look for a partner, I search for some qualities in a partner, and you also search for certain qualities in me, right?
Yes.
And then when we sit down when we learn about each other, we learn that the differences between us, and then that's when we can actually see if you are actually compatible with each other. Is that the idea?
Yes, that's the idea I'm talking about.
Okay, that's very good. And also, we are living in the age of social media, right? And there are movies, and people are also portraying some kind of an ideal lifestyle, or they're busy taking selfies and pictures and posting them online. And someone out there may end up trying to find that kind of a lifestyle, or that kind of a partner they're seeing from their friends online. Do you think that's healthy?
Yeah, I think that's not healthy. It's toxic. Because if we were to look at nowadays relationships, most of them are toxic because of social media and social media.
Okay, you can go on.
Okay, because like you can find someone interesting through seeing their pictures and stuff, but then when you get to meet them or something like that, you find that maybe their humor doesn't match yours or something like that.
Okay.
Even their emotional intelligence or intelligence in general.
Okay.
You get me?
Yes, I get you. That's quite interesting. So, also, I think the issue of communication in relationships is very crucial, because you can't have someone who you don't communicate with on a regular basis, because communication is key in relationships. So, do you think that when a person is with someone who doesn't value communication, is that an ideal partner, or is something which goes against the quest for an ideal partner?
I think communication is the key, because like as for me, I don't want someone who will not communicate with me. Like I want to know, maybe someone tells me like I'm doing this, so we'll talk later. I'm doing this, we'll talk later. Because if I see someone getting quiet on me, I may think maybe I'm not forcing things or something like that. So I think someone needs to communicate regularly for a relationship to be successful.
Okay, that's very good. And we're not just talking about yourself. I'm very sure other girls actually want the same thing.
Yes, they want the same thing. Like I have heard even from others and my friend, they want communication, because it will be like one-sided. It won't be a mutual thing now.
Okay, that's quite interesting. And I think communication is essential. Even the guys want it, because I'm very sure when communication lacks, chaos, confusion, and lack of peace actually results, because you'll not be knowing what is happening with your person, right? And it shakes up the relationship, because most of the time when communication lacks, the relationship turns toxic. And toxicity is something which actually gives you anxiety, depression, and that's a bad thing. And you can't expect to find that in an ideal partner. How do you think about that? Does finding the ideal partner has to do with anything with anxiety or depression?
Yes, because because I'll be expecting someone to be something else, and then they don't become that thing that I want. So then I would have thought that this person is perfect.
Okay.
But then when I start to discover some things, then I start stressing more and more and more and more. As we have talked about communication, you start stressing about yourself. Are we going anywhere? What's going on?
Yeah, I agree on that one, because actually, when you talk about when depression, stress, and anxiety starts manifesting in a relationship, it now has to do more with the issue of not getting to understand each other, what I want and what I expect from a relationship, right? And so on. It now has to do with expectations, right? Because I expect something from you, and they expect something from me. And when one of the partners do not value communication, we tend to bottle up those emotions, whatever you're feeling inside, and you bottle that stuff, and it actually manifests in low productivity, in stress, in depression, and it stems from the idea of lack of communication. Because out there we have partners, or we have boyfriends or girlfriends who are not willing to communicate. Maybe they are not ready to like face the difficult conversations, because a relationship can be happy always. It's not always roses. There's sometimes when we have to have difficult issues, or difficult issues which you have to communicate about. And if your partner is not willing to communicate, do you think that advocates for an ideal partner?
No, not at all. Because someone has to be open, so that I know like what's on his mind, what does he think on this? Because maybe you might be doing something that the person doesn't want, and then they keep quiet, or someone botches up something, they don't communicate. Maybe that leads to an unsuccessful relationship.
Yeah. And it's very bad when your partner, your boyfriend or girlfriend, builds walls between the two of you, because you can't reach out to them, you can't say what you want to them, and they'll be unavailable. I know the feeling is very devastating. I was there before. I remember one time I wanted to discuss something with my partner. She'll say good night. And it was something which I didn't like, because I don't like sleeping knowing that I'm not on good terms with my partner. At least if you are angry at me, let's discuss the issue. And if you have unresolved issues, maybe let's sleep heal you, but at least we would have discussed the issue. Yes, we wake up when we wake up in 6 a.m. we'll be like, I have forgiven him. After all, we are learning from each other each day in a relationship. Okay, moving on. What do you think, what else makes an ideal partner, which is realistic?
I think the other thing is shared beliefs or interests. Because maybe a guy likes, let me put an example of music or something, like my likes or different likes. You can't, I don't know how to say this, but then
it's about like having a common ground.
Common ground. The other thing I think is
Honesty.
Someone to be honest, because if someone lies, then you think this person, like you won't trust the person, and it will be like the person is deceiving you. You will lose trust, and which trust is one of the qualities that partners look for.
Okay, trust is not just in quality; it's the foundation of a relationship. Once we break trust in a relationship, it takes, it is easy to build trust in someone. It can even take about a few months for someone to trust you. But once it's broken, it takes about years for it to be rebuilt. So I think trust is the foundation of any relationship. And one way we can nurture trust in a relationship is what Vanessa said: honesty.
Yes, honesty.
Okay, are you honest yourself?
Yes, I am. I am honest.
Okay. We actually appreciate honesty in relationships, because having a partner who is not honest, you'll end in trouble one day. And that's when toxic relationships comes in, because you're not being honest with each other. Someone is hiding something, someone is lying, someone's not being open to you. It's so stressful, Yeah. If someone been dishonest to you.
Yes, I think some 2 years back.
How did you feel?
That was a hard time for me. I cried.
You cried?
I cried.
Oh,
I cried
I'm sorry.
for some days. Yeah, but then I realized by then maybe I was still immature or something like that.
Okay.
Then only to realize later that some things you have to deal with them before.
Okay.
But then I once had such a situation. But
Okay.
then I healed and moved on with life.
Okay, I'm very happy you spoke about three aspects. You spoke about maturity. You spoke about you learned that you have to. You spoke about learning, which is growth, and then you spoke about the last thing you talked about. It's
Healing.
what?
Healing. Like
Healing.
Because,
Yes, that's very good.
Because if I had taken that into my next relationship, it wasn't going to be successful. Because some people come from their past relationships with the things come to the new relationship with things from their past relationship, and that causes a toxic relationship because they will be carrying what happened there, or they will be trying to heal with the new partner. So I think that causes an unrealistic relationship or unsuccessful relationship.
Okay, you talked about maturity, right?
Yes.
And maturity is essential in a relationship. You do agree with that? Okay, what are some of the signs that you can identify, that you can say this person is mature in a relationship, or signs that you can say this is an ideal partner when it comes to relationships in terms of maturity?
In terms of maturity,
What are the signs of maturity?
I think the way your partner handles some situations, that's when you can see that this person is mature. Because some people don't, like I'll put it with understanding. Some
Yes.
people don't understand some things. But then if you explain to the person, then you see that the person can understand where it is understandable. Then I think that's when you can see that the person is mature or something like that.
Bars. So much information here. I'm learning a lot. I hope you guys are learning too. So you spoke about a person has to like understand you
Yes.
and being able to talk with you in difficult times, right? It relates to that, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's very good. And maturity comes along with growth. Okay, in relationships, I've discovered that growth is essential, and we can only have growth if you can learn from our past relationships. You can't be in a relationship and move to another relationship without learning something. And it is also good to ask from our peers their experiences, or our mothers or fathers or whoever who are older to us. They can give us insights into these things because everyone knows something, and that can give you some growth. And you can also read into books so that you grow, even mentally, intellectually, you grow. That's growth, right?
Yes, that's great.
Okay. About the point you spoke about healing, and you spoke about that people are getting into relationships without fully healing. Okay. For someone to need healing, which means that they will be broken from their last relationships, and it's happening out there. Ama 2K people are actually broken. We are breaking each other. I don't know, the heartbreaks are so immense these days. People out there are fumbling genuine people because in the name of options. The right partner. I'll find the right partner, not knowing that maybe that person is the right partner. Okay, so people then get broken, right? What do you think are the necessary steps they have to take before they go on a quest to find an ideal partner?
I think you have to heal from what you would have broken you. Yeah, you have to think like what made your last relationship fail.
Reflection.
Reflect on that, and then when you feel that now I've healed, because sometimes you tell yourself that I have healed now, but then sometimes you think, no man, that person did me very bad. Then you start thinking about it, then you realize that you have not healed enough. I think for you to heal sometimes is talking about that thing continuously with friends or someone you trust, someone you share your things, your secrets with, like talking about how that thing hurt you. Then the person maybe will share the same story or that I was also hurt like this and this, but then I healed because I did this, but not meaning that you have to do the same thing, but then you find the way to heal. And then when you see yourself that I've now healed, then I think that's when you can now move on to the next relationship, and you cannot just move on to the next relationship. Like obviously you have to scrutinize the person that will approach you.
That's very good. I actually understand it, because healing is of paramount importance, because a person who doesn't heal will carry that baggage you talked about, those feelings of resentment, that negative energy, that bad energy. They carry that in from those kind of things, baggage, into the next relationship. And when you do that, you will not fully perform well in the next relationship. You find that you will not be very engaging. How can that manifest? How can you know that you are not you have not healed, but you are in a next relationship? You find yourself not actually doing the stuff that you are doing. You are supposed to do, playing your part. Maybe you are not texting regularly. You are not being sweet, because relationships should be sweeter. We are experiencing love here. That's right. Yeah. When you see your partner not caring about you, not being sweet, and not acting like a person who wants to bring the cows home, you have to question. You have to question their background. Is he okay? Is she okay? Yeah, because some people are actually damaged, but they never talk about it. And you actually say that those kind of things reflecting in their behavior. So please, guys out there or ladies out there, before you go on a quest to find an ideal partner, please do heal. It's a play from me, personally, me, Alex, because I know how bad a person who is not healed is in a new relationship. Find something to do before you get into a relationship. Work on yourself, even if it means academically, or you are doing hobbies that you love, you are working on fitness, right? Because when you embark on a fitness level, even your mindset actually rejuvenates. Like you improve your mental health, your body improves, and you feel happier. Those are some of the things which happen when you take care of yourself. Eating healthy, writing down goals and actually pursuing them. Do those things so that when you can actually get in a relationship, you can also break. Like, no, I've been doing this. Yeah, because we want people who actually achieve before they find an ideal partner. Because some people, even after they find an ideal partner, they get distracted. But if you are focused, you set your priorities before getting into a relationship, you find the right partner who also believes in you. That's right?
Yes.
Okay. What else do you think is an ideal partner? What do you think are some of the necessary qualities of an ideal partner, which are realistic?
I think another thing is humor.
Humor. Humor. Sensational.
Because some people don't, like, if you don't have the same humor, or maybe, I don't know if I should mix that with emotional intelligence or something like that.
Okay.
Because someone can express the thing that you said, someone can take it the other way around. Maybe you'll be joking or something like that, and then the person take that seriously, and then it becomes a huge issue or something like that. Yet it's something that was a joke or something like that. So I think also humor is another important thing.
So, lack of humor in a partner correlates to like not understanding each other, right? That means that you're not connecting on an intimate level in terms of emotions, right? And so, what do you think happens when you are not understanding, or when you are not having humor? You make a joke and someone takes it the wrong way.
Yes.
Damn. So you should find someone who can actually have fun with the jokes, what you do.
Yes.
Okay, so do you think someone can actually find, instead of trying to find an ideal partner, what can a person do? Instead of trying to find the perfect partner.
I think it's good to find someone who is a good match to you. Like, that you can grow together, like understanding each other, like you understand each other, like you, when you have something that you are not sure about, you discuss, you communicate, things like that, then you grow together. You understand that we are not perfect. There is no one who's perfect. Then you just grow together, communicating, and the other qualities I mentioned.
I would like to add something on that. You know, there's an issue which is hot out there in the streets. In Shona or in the streets, they're saying, what do you bring to the table in terms of a relationship? And a lot of times when girls are asked, what do you bring to the table? They get stressed, they don't know what to say. But actually, when a guy actually asks, what do you bring to the table? It's not always about monetary things, okay? You know, women are actually more of the caring type. Someone who can deal with emotions. When I'm broken down, I actually count on you to help me. That's what I think you can actually offer to a man. Being able to speak with him, being able to comfort him, being able to actually understand him, and being able to give him ideas. That's the best you can actually bring to the table. Because you girls, to be honest, you want to be taken care of.
Yes.
So when we ask what do you bring to the table, we actually don't expect you to speak about giving me money, because that's not necessarily your role. But you can bring what I actually mentioned: emotional intelligence, emotional help, being able to comfort me, being able to give me ideas, and so on. So, what else do you think a girl can actually bring into a boy's life, so that a boy can actually say, oh, she can be an ideal partner?
I think the things that you have just said, caring, because the guys want someone who can comfort them, who shows that they care about them. I think basically that's what they want.
Okay. So, we said that finding their ideal partner is almost like a myth, right? So, do you think when people get into arguments, because we said people are not perfect, okay, do you think people should be able to what extent should they discuss their problems, and to what extent should they seek help from other people?
I think it doesn't have to reach to the level that they have to reach for help from other people, because for example, some girls can even go to squad, maybe they ask, he did this to me, then maybe they will say, leave him, what. And then, but if you can, with your partner, discuss, and then if you see maybe that this is not helping, I don't know what you can do, but there's no way that you should reach to that level. I think you have to, if you got yourself someone who is mature, who understands, you can sit down, talk about it, and then reach to a conclusion whereby you now understand each other and you are now back to normal.
Yes, you have to go back to your senses after an argument and go back to your partner and speak with them, because people are jealous out there. Maybe people will be jealous of what you have. So you should be able to count on your partner. And when you're able to count on your partner, you know that they're good for you. That's when you know that they're ideal for you. Because most of the time, people are waiting for you to break up with your partner. People are always in line so that you break up with your partner, and they're going to be like, hey girl. Or they'll get to your boyfriend's inbox and say, hi, hey. So when you have an argument with your partner, you are at the most vulnerable time, especially girls. Girls, when they have an argument, they become vulnerable. Okay, and so when a guy comes to them and gives the shoulder to lean on, before you, the actual boyfriend actually fixes the thing with the girlfriend, it becomes a problem, because you have to be the supporting guy in her life. Okay, same as for girls too. You don't have to spend 2 weeks, 2 days, or for however long being angry at him. That takes maturity to realize. So, what do you think your words of your last words of inspiration, or words which you can offer to the audience?
I think to find a perfect partner, someone needs to look for someone who communicates, someone who's mature, with the same sense of humor, shared beliefs and interests. Then I think with a few you'll be good to go, as long as you can communicate, understand each other, and solve your problems, reach to a conclusion. That is good.
Okay, that's very good. And my last words are here of inspiration. I don't know if you would take it as controversial, but I think that's the right thing. It's reality. After all, we are on the reality podcast. If you see yourself in a relationship which is not being beneficial to you, and you keep going back and again going back there, don't cry, don't sleep while covering the bed, because it's all your fault. You are seeing the red flags, you are seeing the negatives, but you keep holding on. Sometimes letting go is better for you, for your mental health, because these days we're seeing issues of suicide, we're seeing issues of low productivity. When you're in a relationship which is not good enough for you, you tend to get exhausted, and it will manifest in your works. You may not even want to study. You may find simple work is draining. So if you see yourself being involved in a relationship again and again where it is draining you, it's all your fault. Make a change. When things seem toxic, make a change for your mental health, because you deserve better as a person. Okay, so guys, that's what we had for you today with Vanessa Klude. And I was happy to discuss this topic with you, unmasking the ideal partner. Your partner may not be perfect, but you can try to fix things with them. If they do not change, or if they're not willing to compromise, you can always move on with the life. After all, you deserve better. So that was me, Alex, on the Reality Podcast. Catch me next time. Subscribe to the Reality Podcast, comment and like, and share the link to others on the channel, because you will help me grow, you help the platform grow. You are my audience and I love you. It's time.